We're continuing our series on daily habits, and today's topic is serving. I want to just start off with one of the most profound passages in the Bible, John 13, 3-5. Jesus knew that the Father had put all things under his power, and that he had come from God and was returning to God. So he got up from the meal, took off his outer clothing, and wrapped a towel around his waist. After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash his disciples' feet, drying them with a towel that was wrapped around him. In case you didn't already catch on, this was one of the craziest things that Jesus ever did. For context, washing the feet of someone was custom in those times to show hospitality. The roads back in the day were covered in dirt, dung, urine, and a lot of other nasty things. So when you invited someone over to eat with you, you would instruct your lowest servant's children to wash your guests' feet. It was the job of the lowest of the lowest of the low. So for Jesus to get down and wash his disciples' feet was the most degrading and shameful thing that he could do. And yet he did it willingly. Why? To show us how important it is for us to serve others. So now that we know we need to, how can we make serving a daily habit? Number one, just say yes. Serving is all about elevating others' needs above yours. And boy, is that a tough thing to do. Let's look at an example. Say you're at school and just had a really long day. You're tired, annoyed, and just want to go home and take a nap or something. But right when you get home, your brother asks if you can help him record a quick video for a school project. He says it won't take long, but you really don't want to do it. You have an opportunity to serve someone, but it would require you to sacrifice something that you don't want to. And trust me, that is not fun at all. But in that moment, you need to think back to who Jesus calls you to be. Our job as Christians is to live like Jesus did. And Jesus sacrificed his life so that you and I can live. So I think that you can sacrifice a couple minutes to help your brother record that video. All you have to do is say yes. That is a great way to make serving a habit. When someone asks you for something, especially something small, just say yes. Your mom asks you to take the trash out, your friend asks you to help her family move, or your teacher asks you to bring something to the office. There are hundreds of opportunities to serve others every day. All you have to do is say yes and be willing to help someone out. Number two, start small. Now, in order to serve others, you don't have to wait for someone to ask you for something. In fact, sometimes it's better to help them before they ask you. I mean, nobody asked Jesus to wash their feet, yet he did it anyway. So make an effort every day to help someone out, even if it's something small. You could hold the door for an extra group of kids when you get to school, or vacuum the house without your mom asking. Or even give a compliment to someone you don't talk to much. That's right, serving doesn't have to be an act. It can be a thoughtful or encouraging word too. So if you truly want to live the way Jesus called you to, look for little ways to serve people around you every day. Maybe even set a reminder in your phone to go off at the same time every day. And when you see it, you just help the next person that you think needs it. Number three, seek it out. It's not always obvious how you can best serve someone. And if they don't ask, and it doesn't appear that they need anything, then you might never find a way to serve them. So it's never a bad idea to just go up and ask someone if they need anything. Just walk up and ask, how can I help you today? Now, this is usually only a good idea if it's someone that you know at least a little bit. Probably not a great idea to go up and ask a stranger this. They might think you're pretty weird. But your parents? Absolutely. You should ask them this every day. And be willing to sacrifice your time and energy with whatever they say you could do. The same goes for your siblings, friends, teachers, and classmates. You should always be seeking out ways to help others with whatever they need. And P.S., it will make people like you better. Not that that's the reason that you should do it, but I'm just saying. A servant's heart is one of the most beautiful things to have in the kingdom of God. So learn to have one by seeking out ways to serve others. Mark 12:30-31 says, "And you must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, and all your strength. The second is equally important. Love your neighbor as yourself. No other commandment is greater than these." Jesus calls us to love others. It's that simple. And the best way to show love for others is to serve them. So in your everyday life, find ways to serve friends, family, teachers, and strangers. Thank you so much for watching, and get serving.